Shalom. First and foremost, I would like to say, Call Halal Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rekakadash. That is to say, all praise to the Most High God, whose name is Yahweh, and the name of his only begotten Son, Yahweh Shai, whom the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, through the Holy Spirit, Rekakadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders at Great Millstone who taught me this truth, and shalom to the hopeful elect of Israel scattered abroad through the four corners of the earth. This your brother Yara Damba coming back at you what I hope to be another short yet edifying lesson. All right. And I'm thinking about titling this lesson something to the effect of fear is infectious. All right. Because the thing is, we definitely have to understand that right now we are in a war. It's a spiritual war going on right now. All right. The weapons of our warfare are not carnal. We understand that. All right. So understanding that we're in a war, we have to understand that we cannot be fearful, man, because those things become infectious to those that are around you. All right. You can't continue with the weak nature in this fight. You know, I used to play football, so even taking it to another arena, playing football, you can't go into a game scared of a team. You can't go into a game scared of an opponent or a player on the team. We always used to have a mindset, even from when I was playing little league football all the way up. He bleed just like I bleed. He put his pants on one leg at a time, just like me. Right? That was the mindset that you have to have, and we have to have that same mindset in this spiritual war that we in. And we got to understand that we got the upper hand in this spiritual war because we got Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai on our side at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? That fear, it has to go out the window. It reminded me of the movie Apocalypto when they had just seen that group of people who had just got pillaged and plundered or whatever, and they was going towards they had ran into the main group of people that the show was focusing on in the forest or whatever. And when they was going back to their village, the father told his son, like, hey, or the chief told his son, like, hey, you can't bring that fear in here. Leave that fear in the forest, bro. Of course, I'm paraphrasing. I don't remember exactly what he said, but he told him, like, you cannot bring that fear here. It'll infect the rest of the village, right? And we cannot have that, especially with this being a spiritual war. And this is the most important war that we will ever fight, all right? So with that being said, I want to start here in the book of Deuteronomy chapter 20, all right? And as you can see here, the heading on here, it says laws of warfare, all right? And I want to go here to verse 8. And it says, Deuteronomy 28 says, and the officers shall speak further unto the people, and they shall say, what man there is that is fearful, Salakia, and faint-hearted? Let him go and return unto his house, lest his brethren's heart faint as well as his heart. Right? So, hey, man, again, understanding that this is a spiritual war, you can't go around, brothers, fearful of the things that may happen because of this war. Right? Because that can affect the next brother. We have to put off that weak nature, man. We got to understand that we going to fight. We going to endure hardness as a good soldier. That's what we going to do. All right, this, again, it's a spiritual war. The weapons of our warfare are not carnal. And we understand we got the sure word of prophecy. So it's nothing for us to be fearful of, man. It's nothing for us to be fearful of. And if you have that fear in your heart, if you got that fear in your spirit, that's something that you need to pray to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai to remove from you. Because you got to get that up out you. All right. And for that, we're going to go here to the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 14. And I'm going to start here at verse 7. The point is a little bit down, but I'm going to start here at 7. So 2nd Ezra 14:7 says, and now I say unto thee that thou lay up in thy heart the signs that I have showed, and the dreams that thou hast seen, and the interpretations which thou hast heard. For thou shalt be taken away from all, and from henceforth thou shalt remain with my son, and with such as be like thee, until the times be ended. For the world hath lost his youth, and the times begin to wax old. For the world is divided into 12 parts, and the 10 parts of it are gone already, and half of a 10th part. And there remaineth that which is after the half of the 10th part. And this was during the time of Esdras. So we understand how much closer we are today to that end, and to those things that was prophesied, such as Jacob's trouble, the MOTB, all of these different, the devil coming down with great wrath, all of these different things that was implemented, right? But we understand that these things are coming. We understand it, but that don't mean you can be fearful of those things, We're going to have to trust in the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, at the end of the day, man. All right. Continuing on here in verse 13, it says, now, therefore, set thine house in order, right? And really, your house going into the one of the rules for bold. So you can say that as yourself, your body, right? That's the abode of your spirit, man. You got to set your spirit in order before you can set anything else in order. All right. Continuing on, it says, and reprove thy people, comfort such of them as be in trouble, and now renounce corruption. In verse 14, getting to the point, it says, let go from the mortal thoughts, right? In other words, this body, the carnal things of life don't matter. Again, the spiritual war is the most important war that you will fight, man, that we are going to fight. It's the most important. All right. Verse 14, again, it says, let go from the mortal thoughts, cast away the burdens of man, put off now the weak nature. That weak nature got to go. It got to go. All right. It got to go, man. Verse 15, it says, and set aside the thoughts that are most heavy unto thee, and haste thee to flee from these times. Right. Because we can't run away from it. We understand what's coming. We got to, again, we're going to endure hardness as a good soldier. Right. Verse 16, for yet greater evils than those which thou hast seen happen shall be done hereafter. So we understand it's going to get crazy out here, man. It's going to get crazy out here. But why fear these people when we got Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai on our side? We only fear Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. That's all we can fear is Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Right? For that, let's go to the book of Matthew. Actually, let's go to Luke. Salakia, let's go to Luke. I like the account in Luke. Let's go to the book of Luke, chapter 12. All right. And we're going to read, I'll start at the top. All right. Luke 12 and 1, it says, in the meantime, when there were gathered together an innumerable multitude of people, insomuch that they trode one upon another, he began to say unto his disciples, first of all, beware ye of the leaven of the Pharisees, which is hypocrisy. For there is nothing covered that shall not be revealed, neither hid that shall not be known. Therefore, whatsoever ye have spoken in darkness shall be heard in the light, and that which ye have spoken in the ear in closet shall be proclaimed upon the housetops. The point right here, Luke 12 and 4, it says, and I say unto you, my friends, be not afraid of them that kill the body, and after that have no more that they can do. Right? Because, all right, Esau, Edom come down with great wrath. They kill you, take you to the guillotine, chop your head off, whatever. Put you in the concentration camp, whatever they do, right? What can they do after that? Your spirit go back to the Heavenly Father, right? It's nothing more that they can do. It's nothing more that they can do after that. So why fear them? Continuing here in verse 5, but I will forewarn you whom ye shall fear. Fear him which after he hath killed hath power to cast into hell. Yeah, I say unto you, fear him, right? The Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, he has the ability to kill you. He has the ability to kill your body, right? And then give you your judgment and send you back down here in the worst estate. Right? Or he can raise you up just to be cast into the lake of fire, into the fire and brimstone, which is the nuclear missiles, the ICBM missiles. He can do that. So that's who we fear, man. That we have a fear of the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, nothing else. These people can do nothing. All right, the Lord is gonna fight for us. So we ain't got nothing else to worry about, bro. The Lord is gonna fight for us. All right, and right here, this is the last one, and I'm gonna close it out after this one. We're gonna go to the book of Isaiah, chapter 59, and I'm gonna start here at verse 17. It says, for he put on righteousness as a breastplate and a helmet of salvation upon his head. And he put on the garments of vengeance for clothing and was clad with the zeal as a cloak. According to their deeds, accordingly, he will repay fury to his adversaries, recompense to his enemies. To the islands, he will repay recompense. Right? And the verse right here in verse 19, the point is right here in verse 19. It says, so shall they fear the name of the Lord Yahweh from the west, and his glory from the rising of the sun. When the enemy shall come in like a flood, because it's going to happen. Again, the devil comes down with great wrath because he has a short time. It's going to happen. But what's going to happen? It says, when the enemy shall come in like a flood, the Spirit of the Lord, Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahweh Shai, shall lift up a standard against him, right? And I want to look up this word here, standard in the Hebrew. Let's see what we get. Let's see here. I believe in the Hebrew that would be Nawas. So lucky if I pronounce that wrong, but I believe it would be Nawas, right? It says to flee, escape, to flee, to escape, to take flight, depart, disappear, to fly to the attack on horseback, to take flight, to put to flight, to drive hastily, to cause to disappear, or to hide, right? So the Lord is going to allow us a path to escape that judgment. He's gonna allow us a path to escape these devils, man. We have no reason to fear him. We have no reason to fear these devils. Let me be more specific when I say that. We have no reason to fear Esau Edom. We have no reason to fear that man, bro. We fear the Lord Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahweh Shai because he has the power. Yahweh is the power. He's the only true and living power, man. And we only get through him to his son, Yahweh Shai. We only get to him through his son, Yahweh Shai. I don't know if I said that right. Still like you. All right, continuing on here, we're going to read this and then close it out. Isaiah 59:20, it says, and the Redeemer shall come to Zion, and unto them that turn from transgression in Jacob, saith the Lord Yahweh. Right? Again, proving that salvation is only for Israel. Verse 21, as for me, this is my covenant with them, saith the Lord. My spirit that is upon thee, and my words which I have put in thy mouth shall not depart out of thy mouth, nor out of the mouth of thy seed, nor out of the mouth of thy seed, saith the Lord Yahweh, from henceforth and forever. All right. So yeah, man, we got the short word of prophecy. So why be fearful, man? Understand that every word that the Lord said is true, and he promised us deliverance if we be of that number, if we be of that elect. We got a hopeful elect. So if we be of that number, man, the Lord promised that he's going to deliver us. So fear for what, man? Fear these devils for what? Fear the Lord Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahweh Shai, and that's it, man. So I hope this was an edifying lesson. Until the next time, I'm going to say shalom.